Hello again, welcome back. So, continuing with our study guide, right? So now, for those who have their books on, we're on page 33. And for this exercise here, the grammar had better or had better not. It's really important, guys, that you have done this previous exercise here, that it was on your study guide, right? Because what we're going to do now, to take a look at this grammar point, you will have to listen again to the same conversation here, right? Remember the conversation between Paul and Mrs. Jenkins, right? So for now, what I want you to do, I want you to I want you to listen again to the track, right? It's track 1.19, and you have to complete these two sentences here according to the listening, right? So you're going to pause the video, listen to the track 1.19 again, and complete these two sentences, and then come back here for us to check your answers, and then we're going to complete the rule together. All right? So pause the video now and come back later. All right, so let's see. I hope you have listened to the track 1.19 again, and that you have found the following answers. Okay, so in number 1, what does it say? It is I had better go now, or I'd better go now. We're going to be talking about that later, okay? And number 2, you had to complete with you had better not be late for class, right? Let's check our answers. Well done, guys. Very good. This was a very easy one, right? So, what does it mean to use this expression? Had better, or the opposite, the negative actually, had better not. Let's check this in the rule now. So here we have the rule, right? So we use had or apostrophe D better to warn someone that bad things will happen if they don't do something. And we use had better not to warn someone that bad things will happen if they do something. So let's come back there to our sentences. Remember, so we have here, I'd better go now, and you'd better not be late for class. So according to the rule, what does it mean? Remember the other video about the modal verbs? We have a concept, a meaning for this expression. So if in number 1, when I say I'd better go now, means that if I don't go now, something bad will happen, right? And in number 2, when I say you'd better not be late for class, it means that if I am late for class, something bad will happen. Okay? So let's take a closer look at the rule again. So here we use had better to warn someone that bad things will happen if they don't do something. So again, if I don't go now, something bad will happen, just like in number 1. And later we use had better not to warn someone that bad things will happen if they do something. So if I am late for class, something bad will probably happen, right? Now, remember, we're still on page 33. I want you to take a look at this exercise here. Number 2, we have to complete the sentences with had better or had better not. And then we are going to check later. So again, I want you to pause the video and complete sentences 1 to 5 with the expression had better or the negative form had better not. Good? All right, so let's check our answers, okay? So we have number 1. The bus leaves in 2 minutes. You better or had better run or had better not run. Here again, it's important to think about the concept, the meaning of these expressions. So, the bus leaves in 2 minutes. If I don't run, it means that I'm gonna miss the bus, right? So, you'd better run. You had better run. Okay? 2. I'll lend you my pen, but you had better or had better not break it. So if the person breaks it, something bad will happen, right? So you had better not break it. 3. It's going to rain. So I look to the sky and I see it's going to rain. And we go inside. So we'd better go inside or we better not go inside. If we say we'd better not go inside, it means we're going to stay outside. And if we stay outside, it's going to rain. So something bad will happen to us. So here again, we had better go inside. 4. You have to get up very early tomorrow, so you go to bed. It's 1 a.m., so it's very late. What does it mean? So that it's a very good idea that you go to bed. So you had better go to bed. It's 1 a.m. And number 5, you eat any more candy, you will be sick. So if the person eats more candy, something bad will happen. So we need to say, you had better not eat any more candy. Because if I eat more candy, I'm gonna get sick. Okay? Let's check the answers. Well done, guys. So here it's had better is not complicated to use. It's very simple. The thing here, you must understand the concept very well, which is simple. Because if I say, you, like in number 1, the bus leaves in 2 minutes. If I say, you had better not run, it means that I'm telling the person, well, you don't need to run. But if you don't run, you're gonna miss the bus. So that's why we need to say, you had better run. Good? I hope it's very simple and very easy to understand. Let's go back to the rule again once more for us to really internalize the meaning. So again, we use had better to warn someone that bad things will happen if they don't do something, right? Remember the bus? You'd better run, because if I don't run, I'm gonna miss the bus. And we use had better not to warn someone that bad things will happen if they do something. So remember the candies. If I eat more candies, I am going to get sick. So I'd better not eat more candies. All right? So we will see each other again, right? Now go back to your study guide, and later we meet here to talk a little bit more about other topics. All right? See you guys.